Greetings, traveler in Paimon. I heard there would be guides for the Iridori Festival, but I didn't expect it would be you two.
We didn't expect to see you either! Returning as a guest for the Iridori Festival.
I was a little surprised myself when I received the invitation. But after wandering the outside world for so long, it's good to have an opportunity to return to my homeland.
Kazuha, when we saw you in the distance just now, you seemed to...
Ah, yes. You see, when I came off the boat with everyone just now, I could tell they were not footsteps of a regular passenger. But by the time I turned around, even though I didn't manage to catch a glimpse...
Oh, does the paper happen to...
Huh. How did you know? Fascinating. It's almost hard to believe such things could happen. Sure, here it is.
Last time, Aoi no Okina's poem ended. Story this time basically says that Akihito got his name from his love of red seals. Well, if Paimon were to rate today's story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with this story. I too was once...
But according to the story, Akihito was exiled by the Shogun because of his wrong... Huh? Traveler, what are you thinking about?
Ah, by the way, you mentioned that your friend in Liyue and Inazuma, there is a saying that while sailing at sea, I sometimes carve things to...
Wow, that's an idea!
Sun, rising day.
Albedo, we figured out a way to help Shincho!
Interesting. A story of the 5 Kasen appears again, and with a timely solution. A stamped seal, huh? Let me think. Indeed, it is an efficient solution. If we use a stamp, then Xingqiu won't have to struggle with his handwriting anymore. However, since Xingqiu's signature has been previously revealed to the readers, it would seem insincere if he only used the stamped seal for his new books. But I have another idea. Using a seal is a part of it, of course. Let's go to Ouya restaurant now to discuss my idea with everyone.
Yes, that's it, Jinyu. Your writing has greatly improved today, which means yesterday's intensive training was effective.
My apologies, but I simply can't do it anymore. My hands are so sore that I can't even move them anymore. I should have known better than to read novels during calligraphy class.
You just had a 10-minute break. Come on, you can do this.
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no one more brutal than Mr. Hirayama.
No wonder Lady Yai would always send the editorial director to handle troublesome authors.
Whoa, this is getting scary. It hasn't even been that long and Shincho's already zombified.
Mr. Hirayama, we found a solution that might just solve our dilemma. In both Liyue and Inazuma, seals are widely used as the equivalents of a signature. If we use a stamp to leave the author's seal on the books, then we could make the signature process a lot easier. Of course, a seal on its own is not enough. So, I propose that each signature consists of 2 parts. First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using Chenyu's signature as the design. In addition, I'll also design a simple but elegant pattern that's easy for Chenyu to write. That way, he will only need to draw a simple pattern on each book.
Let me think. Alright, I think that would work. Not only does it still involve the author's own handwriting, but the result should be very beautiful as well.
So, what you mean to say is, I've been saved from this predicament?
Mr. Hirayama, it suddenly occurred to me that the reason we gave up on live book signings previously was because it would take too long for the author to sign each book. But if we adopted Calx's proposed method, we might have enough time to do signatures at the live event. And if all the authors signed their books in the same fashion, then Genyu's signature wouldn't look out of place.
If you think it's feasible, I would certainly be happy to design signatures for the other authors as well.
Yes, and you may leave carving the stamps to me.
In that case, I shall contact the other two authors participating in the new release event.
It is a great honor to use a signature designed by Calx.
My pen name is quite complicated and isn't suitable for signing events. However, if we implement this new format, then it'll be a dream come true for me as well.
Great! Looks like everyone's on board with the idea.
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Genyu. Please, take the next few days to have a good rest. We'll handle everything from here. The books that Genyu already signed can be used as special prizes in future events held by the Eye Publishing House.
We did it! The event is saved!
Thanks to everyone's efforts, Onodera and I are finally free of that mess.
That's right! You're finally free, Xingqiu! Maybe you should step outside for some fresh air.
Onodera, please inform Lady Ai of the change. You're a quick thinker, Onodera. As long as you exercise a little prudence, you'll be able to achieve great things in the future.
Got it!
I suppose this is all a blessing in disguise, isn't it?
Welcome to Uyu Restaurant. Please tell me if you want to order.
We still have some time to burn. Where should we go next?
Traveler, there you are.
Oh, it's Ayaka! And Venti! That's an interesting combo.
I was just going to the festival venue to prepare the Ikebana lesson when I found a strange piece of paper on a flower stand. This bar just happened to be close by at the time. He informed me that you've also found similar papers recently. As such, we came together to find you two.
But the paper she found isn't quite the same as the ones we found before.
Here's the paper. Please have a look.
Huh. All the poems we found before were roughly the same length. But this one is only 2 lines.
And even though there are only 2 short sentences, neither of them are next to the title or centered on the page. The position of the writing seems to indicate that there is other content written on this paper besides these 2 lines.
If we take the poem literally, it reads, "Dip this paper in water and see the truth naturally appear." Speaking of which, I have an ancient text at home, specializing in ancient and exotic stories. It mentions a special ink that will show itself when wet and disappear when it's dry.
So, shall we give it a whirl? It just so happens that there's a pond nearby.
Wow, look! It's really working! More words have appeared on the paper! Let Paimon see what it says. Sumizomi got the collection of poems from Akihito and put them into a stream of water, the plagiarized words in the poem became blurry. Huh? Why would that happen?
You see, Paimon, in the past, when printing was not yet well developed, handwritten text could easily become smudged in books when exposed to moisture. To ensure the text lasted longer, they'd either write using a special ink or coat the paper's surface with a waterproof coating once the writing was finished. Such special inks are time-consuming and laborious to produce, and the waterproof coating could also prove just as difficult. However, since Akihito's poetry collection was an important gift to be presented to the shogun, surely one of those two methods was used to protect it. But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when exposed to liquid.
Which means Akihito didn't plagiarize his work. He was set up!
Yes, it appears that this is the truth that Sumizome's story is trying to convey. Although the story is saddening, I've decided on the subjects to use for Akihito and Sumizome's portraits. Kazuha, Ayaka, would you be willing to be the models for my paintings?
I would be delighted.
Yes, as would I.
There you go. The next two portraits should be ready in no time.
Yes. And now that all 4 stories have all been collected, the story of the 5 Kasen is now fully completed.
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the 5 Kasen.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akihito.
Akihito had once belonged to the 5 Kasen. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red seal, hence the Aka in his name. Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akihito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the 5 Kasen remained.
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal. She immersed his poetry in a stream nearby, and only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
Onwards. We have work to...
Yeah. Ever since we completed the story of the 5 Kasen, one of the 5 Kasen is called Kuranushi. It's just that... How could the story of the 5 Kasen...
Have you...
Huh? Not noticed what?
What he means is that the story of Kuro...
Huh?
That's right. The key lies in the poem that Aoi no Okina, an average person, could never understand the scene of a young... Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind However, for the perpetrator who framed, he was worried that if this poem was seen by the shogun, then the shogun, so in desperation, he threatened Aoi no Okina.
Which means... The one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same person that framed Akihito! What? Kuranyushi?
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still managed to... Since the shogun mentioned in the poems is certainly not the one of the 5 kasen, the only...
Oh, okay.
However, the story of the 5 kasen has more or less... Which begs the question...
A Kuronyushi?
Speaking of which, I wonder if our dear Kazuha...
Oh, right! Kazuha! Hey, Kazuha! Are you okay? You've been standing...
Apologies for making a wild assumption.
Yes. A few things did come to mind. I don't mind sharing the stories, but I'd prefer not...
Hey! We're all friends here.
Kaidehara, please forgive my assumption, but perhaps you were thinking of the
Raiden Gokuden?
It appears that Miss Kamisato and I were but it also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission.
It's fine. Those of us here are all trustworthy. However, this matter is somewhat complicated and may... As you all know, the Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art. Unfortunately, of the 5, only the Aminoma art still maintains its artisan lineage. The descendants of the Ishin art are none other...
Whoa! We knew Kazuha came from a noble family.
Yes, but that's all part of the past now. The Ishin... My grandfather was dissatisfied with my great-grandfather's lack of effort. When he was young, my grandfather traveled, and in my generation, our last remaining family property was...
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. Later, there was speculation that all of these However, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden...
Indeed. I've also... However, I know that not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but it nearly... After reading the story of the 5 kasen, I can't help but...
What exactly happened?
I still can't say. I need to... I will tell you everything I know.
Festival's always attractive.
Who is this Jinyu everyone keeps talking about? Come on. Really invite Miss Ryoko to the festival. The brigade will definitely be a big hit.
The Five Kasen Plaza is significantly less crowded now, but it's still too early to relax. This is a serious matter, and we must remain vigilant. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Sarah!
Oh, it's you. Do you have something to report? It's fine, as long as it's been taken care of. This is my duty. I don't see it as an inconvenience. The Tenryou Commission has a responsibility to ensure public order and security during the Irodori Festival. If anything comes up, come to me.
Oh, you look really busy. Has something serious happened?
Nothing serious, really. We've just received a lot of reports in the past few days over things like line cutting, reselling goods at inflated prices, even troublemakers hogging the photo board. All minor incidents, but it all adds up to create a lot of work for a lot of people. Still, I take the fact that so many people are turning to us for assistance as a sign that the Tenryou Commission is gradually regaining the people's trust. Shogun gave us orders to provide security at the Irodori Festival. This is a rare chance to change people's perception of the Tenryou Commission, so we cannot afford to slip up. Even if it's tiring work, we must rise to the challenge.
Well, no matter how busy you are, at least you still found some time to come here and buy an Almighty Shogun figurine, right? We want to buy one too!
What do you mean, figurine? I'm just patrolling these parts. In fact, I was just about to leave.
No need to be shy. Actually, Miko told us that you got up super early this one time to make sure you could be the first in line to buy one of these figurines.
That Lady Gucci, how could she disclose... Never mind. To be clear, I have no intention to hide that which I do out of reverence alone. But there is one thing you must be corrected on.
Oh? What is it?
That is not a figurine. It's a statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder. Do I make myself clear?
Almighty Narukami Oga... got it.
This particular statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder, is a brand new addition. There will only be 300 available in this batch, and there is a limit of 1 per customer. Many people have been lining up since well before dawn to acquire one. I'm afraid if you're only showing up now, you're probably too late.
Oh, really? So you definitely must have gotten here pretty early too then. Did you manage to get one yet?
Normally, of course, I would come to purchase one myself. But on this occasion, my duties at the Iridori Festival had to take priority. We are required to report for duty long before the shops open. It is regrettable, but I had no choice but to forego the chance this time.
Aw, what a shame.
So instead, I had someone purchase one on my behalf.
Oh, right! Wait, you can do that? Didn't you say they're limited to 1 per customer? This figurine is super popular. It must be pretty tough to find someone happy to buy one for you and not for themselves.
I anticipated the same at first, but Lady Guji Yae found a professional to assist me, saying she appreciated our tireless efforts during the festival period. I don't know who the professional is. I assume it would be either someone from the Grand Narukami Shrine or from the Yashiro Commission, but I did not ask. Given the time, I believe they should have completed the purchase by now. I am fortunate to have had Lady Guji's help this time. I likely would have struggled to find a candidate on my own. As well as being willing, they would need to be an early riser, and also tall enough to beat the crowds to the top shelf items.
Early riser and tall.
What was that sound? Really? Well, never mind. I've been here long enough. It's time for me to head to my next patrol zone. Stay safe during the Iridori Festival.
Uh-oh, you found me. Sayu, what are you doing here? Shh, quiet. She might still be in earshot. No way. I've been here since last night so I could buy a figurine. But after waiting and waiting, I only meant to take a short nap. A really quick one. Oh, if I don't buy one of these figurines, the 10-year-old commission Tengu will... Sheesh. I guess my only hope now is to sacrifice my salary for this month and buy one off of someone who got here in time. Really? Great!
Festivals always attract so many people. Huh, you didn't manage to get one either? That's strange. She'd been lining up since before sunrise, and she was around the 100th in line. Something's wrong here.
Why so glum? Sell it? Huh, I ain't sell.
Welcome home, almighty Shogun. Make sure you get in line. Festivals always attract so many people.
After coming all this way to Inazuma, And especially getting up early, the first batch was smaller than I expected. And well, since I'm here now...
I can't believe it. I am definitely... A whole load of people are saying they didn't manage to get one. Did the shopkeepers get... might as well.
So, what's the point of the story again?
Terribly sorry. I was otherwise occupied this morning and had someone else watch the shop. So I don't know all the details, but...
Hey, what about those ones at the back? Aren't they...
I'm sorry, those are display only. Please don't be too disappointed. We're only selling a limited number of these statues at the festival.
But when will the next batch be ready? Also, this poor guy came all the way from Mondstadt. He got here earlier than me and was at least 50 places ahead of me. Even he didn't get one. How do you explain these numbers?
Look, I don't know a whole lot about Inazuman festivals, but they do seem to have sold out.
I'm terribly sorry, but I've triple-checked the sales records.
Why don't we get the Tenryo Commission to...
The Tenryo Commission? No way.
Sorry, who are you?
Oh, are you saying this falls under the Yashiro Commission's...
Yeah, it does. We will follow up on this matter, so there's no need to go to the that's weird. Shh. If the Tenryo Commission finds out about this, Kujo Sarah will come ask me about it. And then she'll find out that I didn't buy her figurine. And... Anyway, we can't get the Tenryo Commission in...
Well, since someone's already...
Since I came all this way and...
Thank you both for your understanding. We will make an announcement as soon...
So we're supposed to be investigating, but we don't have any leads at all. You mean me? Sorry, I was asleep. Did I hear anything?
I'll take these, please.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you. Patronage. Oh, huh? How many times? That's not how you count it! 16 snores should be about 1 minute. And if we add on the time... Right! Sales only started about 4 hours ago. So there's... Which means... Even though I only woke up... Well, anyway... Maybe... So then, who's the bad guy? Well, the shop was pretty strict with this promotion. Not only was there a 1 per customer limit, they even... And with SARS people patrolling the area, no one could have cut the line, right? If someone was up to no good, they'd definitely try to find a way. Let's go ask the guy who says he had to put in a lot of effort.
Huh? You want to know how I got my hands on the statue?
Huh? Why?
It's a no, okay?
Huh? How come?
How did you know?
Huh? Oh.
Okay, fine. Since you guessed it I came here bright and early to line up. But the first batch of statues sold out almost immediately. To my surprise, I saw him moving boxes and boxes worth of statues out of the store. Well, yes. But I paid the shop assistant full price for it.
It's not for you to decide whether it was a legitimate transaction or not.
Huh? It's the Tenryo Commission?
The Tenryo Commission has received reports that someone has been hoarding goods to resell at extortionate prices. Now, these are not classed as strategic materials. It is against the law for a staff member to abuse their position. We have already investigated the situation at Apeikusu. The sales records are correct.
But how can...
Please hand over your statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder, as evidence.
Fine. So this guy was cooking...
You guys figured this out pretty quickly, Sarah.
In fact, we were only just tipped off. We're still working on the logistics of the arrest operation.
Yikes! I've been spotted.
Oh, you must be the professional Lady Guji hired. I was just wondering why I hadn't seen you yet.
We were investigating the missing figurines. Oh, I mean, statues of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Okosho, God of Thunder.
Is that so? Then thank you. The Tenryo Commission will take over from here. Rest assured.
About your statue.
Really? Thank you. So, where is the statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder?
Oh, yeah. Sayu spent the whole night investigating the staff. So, by the time she got back, she was just... Yeah, right. I definitely would have made it back in time to buy one, if only it hadn't been for someone stealing the statue.
I see. So in the end, you did not manage to purchase a statue.
I'm sorry.
Don't blame yourself. The criminal is the one responsible here. The important thing now is to devise a plan to bring him to justice. According to the intelligence, the suspect has already started reselling the statues near the festival venue. But he is lying low. If we confront him head-on, he's likely to destroy the evidence and dash. Since you've spent the whole night thoroughly investigating this situation, would you be willing to help the Tenryo...
What? Right.
Who introduced you? I'm trying to keep a low profile here, so... that guy. Fine, but let me be clear. This product is highly...
The price has gone up again? But it's only been a few hours!
Well, you can take it or leave it. Believe me, there's plenty more room for...
We gotta keep negotiating as long as we can.
I don't have time for this. Fine. I swear, if I wasn't in a rush to get rid of him...
Hold on! Paimon thinks there's still some room for negotiation.
What's to negotiate? Do you want it or not? You think this is a game or something? If you're not serious about buying, quit wasting my time.
The next location you move to will be the police station. You are under arrest for abusing your position for personal gain and falsifying accounts. Do not attempt...
The Tenryo Commission? When did you... Wait.
Stick him up!
Thank you for your help. The culprit has revealed the location where he stashed...
Great! So once Epekusu has counted the goods and stuck this time, I must complete my mission.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. The stolen goods will have to be kept as evidence at the police station for some...
Paimon can't believe it!
I would be grateful if you could inform the shopkeeper about this. I should...
Although Sora didn't say anything, she seemed a little disappointed, don't you think? Aww. Is there really nothing we can do?
I see. Thank you. We'll make a compensation plan and announce... Oh, wait. Hold on. Although this statue of her ex... Now that I think about it, why don't you... After all, it was our negligence that caused trouble for you all on this occasion.
Really? Sounds good. As long as we give this... Uh-oh. Please, take this big Sayu.
After all, it was...
Sarah, look what we brought you!
Oh. Is this?
We just grabbed it and came straight here. But now that Paimon takes a closer look at it, it's really well made.
Of course. This is a prototype designed by Yae Publishing House's top artist and crafted by the most skilled lacquerware master in Inazuma City. Otherwise, how could one hope to capture even 1,000th of the Almighty Shogun's majesty? Let alone maintain it. To do that, you must buy a special kind of shrine and worship it properly. It's also essential to clean it often to avoid a buildup of dust, and it's best practice to hire a craftsman to perform regular maintenance.
Sarah! Sarah!
What's wrong? These are the 5 principles for maintenance of the statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Agosho, God of Thunder, and I haven't even finished explaining the first one.
I never knew there was such a fuss over these tiny figurines. I'm surprised Miko never mentioned it to me.
Your Excellency, this is most unexpected.
I had some spare time, so I decided to come out for a stroll. Oh, did you buy this figurine yourself?
It was him.
Hey, what?
Huh. I didn't know you liked little trinkets like these.
Your Excellency, I've yet to finish the defense arrangements for the Iridori Festival. Please excuse me.
Very well. Thank you.
Watching Sarah leave, she looked kinda sad.
I have another such figurine in Tenshukaku, a sample sent by Yae Publishing House. I don't need it, so I think I'll gift it to you. I shall not go back on my word. I have committed to giving it to you. What you choose to do with it is your business. You're quite free to give it to somebody else, if you wish. Or to save you the trouble, I can have someone from Tenshukaku deliver it directly. But, of course, your name will have to be written as the sender.
Why does all this have to be so complicated?
Good. I'll have someone attend to this shortly. Oh, and I wish you a pleasant and enjoyable Iridori Festival.
Welcome to Netsuke no Gen Crafts. You can make things other than sculpture.
Let's get down to business. Feel my blade! How's this? How's this? My blade! Say no more!